Wow, it's been a while now. It's been since the 15th. That was the last day I felt good. I guess the 15th and 16th I felt good on those days. Um, Last day of riding was on the 15th. 16th had a kid's birthday party went to. Uh, I felt fine then. Next day, whole nother story. Woke up, massive headache. I thought it was because I had too much caffeine, and it was horrible, very very horrible. Then I slowly got like a fever for a couple days. Then the headache just intensified to the point I finally was like, okay, I want to take some Excedrin, and that Excedrin, ibuprofen, Tylenol, which is also an Excedrin. I just took a bunch of stuff, and that mellowed me out, got rid of the headache. Headache gone. I had a sore throat at a point too. Sore throat intensified. That was pretty bad. But then it also just, as it slowly went up, got bad. It just went down and gone. Kind of like the headache. I did take a COVID home test just to confirm what I already knew because we happen to have these tests. Our school district gives these tests to you if you request them, or I don't know how that works. But, anyways, the wife got a bunch of tests, and I already knew I couldn't smell or taste. The only thing out there in the world that seems to do that is the woo. I have to be careful with names I use and stuff while I'm probably talking because, well, YouTube is going to be like, oh my God, what are you talking about? You can't talk about this. Well, this is what happened to me. So, yes, I can. This is what happened to me. And so I took that at home test and it was positive, like I knew it was, because what other thing makes your smell and taste go away? I still have no smell or taste. Well, taste is debatable because I can taste if something's sweet and if something's salty. I can't tell you the flavor of the jam. I can tell you it's sweet, but I can't taste a flavor. Uh, Vitamin C tastes nasty to me. Tastes like a chemical. Those yummy chewable vitamin C's you get like at Costco, and those are nasty. I might cough. I still have a cough right now, although we're already on November 1st, and from the 16th, and yeah. So, anyways, I only had a fever a few days. Then I had a sore throat. I had a headache. Um, Light cough, but I'm trying. I was absolutely doing nothing, just staying chill in the master bedroom. Wife went up to the guest bedroom, and she eventually tested positive. She went to a testing site and was tested positive. So there you go. you know, and then she didn't lose her taste right away. Hers took a while. And now she pretty much lost her smell and taste. I don't think as bad as I have, where you know I might occasionally get a whiff of something, but it's very faint, and it might only be for that moment, and then nothing. It's a really strange disease, a strange virus, and I figure I'd just kind of share with what I've been taking, still taking. So olive leaf extract. Will this show up on camera? Take one of these a day. I don't even know how to say this, but this showed up. The wife reads about things due to being in the medical field, and it says this is respiratory support and immune system. This is quercetin, something like that. If you guys can see that, take one of those. A lot of this stuff's not cheap. Like this olive leaf is like $29. This next one's like $48, and it's Felt like I was going to cough there, excuse me. This next thing is Tivago? Tivago? Yeah, I guess that's what I have no idea, but everything a wife had laying around, take it, why not? She also read up that you're supposed to take aspirin, so take aspirin. Supposedly that's supposed to help. Vitamin D. Oop, come on. I don't know why the camera does that on some labels. There you go, vitamin D3. Can I pack everything? And zinc. Doing the, come on, there we go. Zinc 15. Take one of those, and vitamin C is upstairs. But yeah, that's kind of everything I've been taking. Of course, everyone and their brother will tell you, take a B3, take this, take that. Who knows if any of this works? We happen to have some of it anyways, because the wife takes some of it. And as soon as I got sick, I just started taking the line up too. It's not going to hurt me to take it. So whether it helps or not, I don't know. One of the other things that I did take for 5 days was the big controversial thing I probably can't talk about because of YouTube. Joe Rogan took it and they really laid it on to him about, that's a horse dewormer and this and that. They make it for humans. It treats tropical diseases and viruses. You have to look at the research that has been done outside of the U.S. when you look at these drugs. Like the wife likes to point out, because she's in the medical field, you got to look at the research that's been out there from other countries. If you're just going by what Pfizer says, well, they're in it for the money. They want to sell you the latest, greatest drug and make you take that with boosters and stuff. And I have to be careful what I say. Forgot that was a green cup. Why is that cup not showing up? Anyways, that's just orange juice. I can't really taste it, but it's just something to drink for my body. I know I traditionally like orange juice, so a lot of things I'll just eat or drink because I know, I like them in the past, right? So, mustard. Mustard's a weird one. That, French's mustard even will be spicy to me. If it's fresh mustard, like we got on a Jimmy John's sub, they put some fresh mustard, and that was really spicy. No, it wasn't spicy mustard. It was just mustard seed, and it just tasted spicy. Along with the vinegar, kind of gave it probably a weird taste too. The wife says vinegar for her, like a pickle, and the French's mustard is really, really strong, overwhelming. Yeah, you just have to bear with me here. I'm kind of, trying to be slower at talking, just so I don't cough. This is the second day where I've actually been pretty much out of bed. I'll try to make it through the whole day without being in bed, but I have a feeling I'll get tired and I'll probably have to go lay down, take a nap or something. Although per the health department, if you're wondering about that, if you're not in the U.S. or whatever, they say I can go out and about. Wife went back to work. She was conflicted about it, but she's like, health department says I can go back to work, but yet I don't feel 100% and shortness of breath and this and that, but they say I can go back to work. My daughter is still home today from school, but she's going to go back tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, she has tested negative both times from the official state testing place where my wife also went. And I don't know. It shows you children are not really that susceptible to. Ooh, excuse me. The children's really not susceptible to it or not as contagious as they claim. So you might wonder about that birthday party I went to. Every single person there is fine. No one else has got it, and there's a mix of people that have been jabbed or not jabbed, and this or that. Different age brackets, right? It's a little kid's birthday party. I was worried about the one guy's father was there from Florida, and I was kind of worried about him because he seemed pretty on death's door anyways, and it's like, oh my God, I hope I did not get him sick, but I don't know, where did I get it? Don't know. And that's what everyone always wants to know, like, where do you think you got it? Where do you think you got it? I have no idea. Last thing I did was on the 15th, I went and rode Mount Rosa with a bunch of buddies. None of them are sick, and we're wearing helmets and we're riding and we're outside. So we're not really commingling, if you will, that close to each other. Didn't share any water, didn't share any snacks on that ride. So I have no idea. Obviously my wife is gonna be sick because, well, she's my wife. You tend to kiss your wife. Or the one day fast food, we did exchange drinks because we both were like, oh, I can't taste this drink. Did you get the diet? Did I get it? And we both laughed about, like, seriously, I can't taste anything as far as the drink went at that point. Just one of those weird things. So obviously us swapping spit, we're gonna get sick. But my daughter's right there, and she gets kisses on the head, and touched and stuff. Being around the house, touching things, and kids are not good about not touching their nose and touching something, or them touching something and touching it. So I can't say why she hasn't got it. I can't say why anyone at the party didn't get it. No rider I've ridden with got it. And if it really took 2 years, I'm like, wow, if it really took 2 years and I'm out and about, I'm driving across country to Tennessee, to Michigan, stopping in gas stations where some places no one's doing anything, other places people are doing stuff. And if this is really my first time getting it, it took almost 2 years, then that's not a very contagious disease, virus now, is it? But, I talk to my parents and stuff, and they say the same thing. They're just like, okay, my mother teaches dance classes and goes to dance classes, and it's usually a lot older people than even she is, and it's such a mix of who seems to catch it and who doesn't seem to catch it. Well, we got China to thank for this. It will be with us forever. It is a weird illness. The symptoms are weird. The recovery is slow. You're lethargic. I don't really want to do anything. I'm starting to slowly able to push myself to, hey, come make a video, because people are probably wondering why my channel has no content going up. Like, all of a sudden, it just boom, stopped. I kind of made a post on YouTube, but I figured I needed to talk about this, and we'll see what YouTube thinks, because they get all bent out of shape because you talk about your circumstances with this. Well, this is what I did. I took the 5-day questionable drug. Now, I'll be honest with you. Did it do anything, or did it? The wife took it too. Don't know. I don't know if that helped any or not. But it doesn't hurt to take it. Now, some will say FDA, blah, 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 and it's not approved for that. Well, a lot of things aren't approved for a lot of stuff in life. It seems to work overseas in studies on various viruses and tropical diseases. So, if it works, it works. If not, it's not a big deal. millions of people, probably billions of people, take it. The creator of it, won awards and stuff for creating it, for helping humanity. So, if you fall into the category of, mainstream media says it's a horse dewormer, that's because you don't want to do research on it. Outside of the U.S., gotta look outside the U.S. As the wife likes to point out, we're not the only country that does studies. And why are you going to believe a study by Pfizer? Big drug company, they want to line their pockets. There's other groups that are studying all this stuff. Like I said, I don't know if it helped any or not. Did it hurt to take it? Excuse me. As it slowly builds up. I lived overseas. And it's weird. Because people will say, well, the FDA doesn't say you can take this, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, so my father was with the State Department for the U.S. government. So, worked at embassies. Telecommunications. I guess I'm allowed to mention that. He's retired now. But he was telecommunications. We lived all around the world. Even after high school, I went over to West Africa. Now, West Africa has a lot of issues. One is malaria. Malaria is very, very bad there. At the time I was there, which was 95 to 97-ish. Because I was there as a dependent, and then I went back to the U.S. for college, and then I came back for summer, and then my parents were ready to move, and they moved away. So I moved with them because I was still on their orders as a college student. So, just I get to go visit my parents, and then the ticket with them back to the States because they did their home leave, and then they went on to Moscow, Russia for a couple of years. Excuse me. I'm getting a little burbly. But going to Lomé, Togo. Lomé's the capital. Togo's the country. That's in West Africa, over by Ghana. We were forced, at first, it's kind of coercion, to take a drug, an experimental drug, that wasn't even approved in the U.S. You would think, well, they would follow U.S. FDA and all that. What's approved in the U.S. for malaria? No, we took a drug called mefloquine. And everyone at the U.S. Embassy at that time had issues with it. You would have nightmares, night terrors, memory loss, and I can't recall if there was anything else. Might have been. So we were all basically having weird nightmares and memory loss. And we took that drug for quite a while. And slowly everyone just stopped. We all stopped taking it. The gunny sergeant and his wife, they stopped taking it. She was having really bad migraines. That's what she was having, migraines and night terrors and stuff. Well, she stopped taking it. We all slowly stopped taking it also. And the reason why I tell you this is, here's the U.S. government giving its employees an experimental drug out of Europe. It was approved in Europe, now approved in the U.S., mefloquine. And we all had issues, 100%. It turned out the Peace Corps doctor was like, oh, yeah, I don't even take it. Wait, you're telling everyone they should take this because of the malaria and this and that. He's like, I'm not. I don't take it. Are you kidding you? Are you kidding me? So we we all stopped taking it and we all did a lot better. But, so I tell you that story because the government is saying what you should take, follow the science, this and that. Well, they've given people experimental drugs for a long time. Drugs that, in the end, like mefloquine, we all stopped taking. Everyone, from the ambassador all the way down. Peace Corps people out in the field, even. They're like, nope, I don't take that. So I don't want to hear about follow the science. Because following the science isn't always correct. In thinking an agency has your back, from whether it's from the US or the European Union or wherever. It could be an Asian agency or Middle East or whoever. Because I'm sure every area has their own type, WHO type organizations that kind of look into stuff and approve stuff. It doesn't mean they're all good, and it doesn't mean they're all, have your back. They don't care. They don't care what happens to you at the end of the day. Now, did it stop malaria? Maybe. Did anyone get malaria after stop taking it? No. So, and then that's going out at night and being bit by a mosquito and stuff like that. I mean, you just roll the dice whether you're going to get bit or not by a mosquito that happens to have malaria. You play the same game as you do with that the locals do. And if they do get it, then they go into the hospital and they get treated. If they can. I mean, it does cost money for a local, but, Peace Corps and doctor and stuff. That's who we had to see, was Peace Corps doctor. We were going to be treated. But no one got it. No one got malaria after taking it. And we all did better. Our memories improved. Our, stopped with the night terrors. And, it was not a good drug to take. So, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore when I believe follow the science. So that's just me personally. Not really speaking on anything directly because, well, you don't want YouTube to be all bent out of shape. So, yep. So I took that horse stuff and I lived. Did it help? Who knows? Did it help with the wife? She'd probably say the same thing. Who knows? But it's cheap. Some studies show overseas that it works. And hey, you just go with that and not worry about it. Don't worry about what I take. No one is licking horse medication. I don't need to. I can afford human medication. Unfortunately, there's really not. We're not really doing much in treatment. We're not doing much in treatment. And I see all the studies. Well, I watch a lot of YouTube, obviously, news and stuff while in bed, and it just seems like a lot of studies, like they still like to taunt the 95% being poked. You'll be protected 95%. 95 of what? I mean, have a 99.9 survival rating. So 95% of that. At any point did I think I was going to pass away? Well, you kind of get bad thoughts just because you're in bed and you're like, oh my God, I'm on this next stage and won't this ever end? And I'm still in bed and I don't feel motivated. But that's why I also think it's weaponized. I don't think it was purposely released. I don't think it was a finished product. But think about it. You're in the military. You might feel like this. You don't have your sense of smell. Think, You can't smell. You can't taste. So you could hit somebody with a different type of attack, where maybe first signs would be smell or taste in the air. Well, you can't smell, you can't taste. Easier way to attack you with some chemical. You don't have that first of like, hey, there's something there. Hey, get on the gas mask. You don't have that ability. You lose that sense. You're also tired and lethargic, so you don't feel like you're gonna fight. And the reason why I say it wouldn't be a finished product to be used in bio warfare would be because everyone has different reaction to it. My wife, shortness of breath, but she felt she could still go do stuff around the house. Where I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm so tired. I'm so wore out. I can't go outside. And she kept saying, go outside, the sun, blah, blah, blah. And, I went out, sat out there briefly, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't sit here. I can't I don't know. I just wasn't up to it. Like, let me go back to bed and lay down. So today should be day 2 of where I try to stay out of bed. Yeah, it's rough. Being sick is rough in general. I don't wish this on anyone. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. I would say I had it worse than some people, and probably not as bad as others. Definitely get an oxygen monitor. That's another thing the wife picked up, and I don't know how much they cost. But when you're sick, doesn't matter. She also got an air purifier she left outside my door, so that way, I guess, any germs or anything hopefully gets purified. And I basically did quarantine to the master bedroom. I mean, I did come out from time to time, but I can kind of control my cough, as you can tell. I can suppress it. It's annoying. It's hard to do. Wife can't do this, so she would wear a mask out in the living room while around our child and stuff, just to try and minimize any spit going out and about. Where I can control I could go do whatever I'm doing and then get back to the bedroom and cough. But it's hard to do. I mean, it takes a little bit out of me. Kind of makes me tired even more, just because I'm suppressing my cough and I'm not coughing, just like here. Thought I was gonna cough. Yep. And I try to cover my mouth like that. I'm in my office, so this is a safe zone. I got doors shut, but technically, per the state, I can go out there and about. I could go out to a restaurant right now and cough and hack. I wouldn't do that because I think that is just extremely rude. Even before any of this, I always thought, if you're sick, you should probably try to stay home, right? So, my wife just had to make that call with work and stuff, and with people at work, and she talked to them all. So, the state says she's good. So, I'm sure she'll wear a mask just to be polite, but they're not masked people at work. So, and most of them do not have the jab, if you're wondering. From just the studies they've read, they're just like, nah, it's not for us. Yeah, to each their own. Well, would I get it? No, I have natural immunity now, so why would I get it? And they're finding that that's better and better from the studies I have read in the news reportings I have seen. Now, like my good friend, he will say, oh, the 95% chance in, it helps and this and that, but it also goes off the cliff really quick. 6 months later, it's like it's barely protecting you. That's why they're doing the boosters. Well, it's forever going to need a booster. It's just like the flu and everything else. You need your once a year flu jab because, that's also a coronavirus. You're never going to get rid of it. I think people are slowly waking up and realize, well, it's the same as the flu. It's a coronavirus. You're going to, it's not going to get better. You're not going to get rid of it ever. All we can do is hope that down the road that things do work out and there are vaccines that work really good, and there are a lot of preemptive, and hopefully it doesn't mutate to whatever next. That's what we gotta hope for. It's going to be with us forever. So thank you, CCP. Communism. Thank you. You gave the world something that we'll have forever now. Till mankind is no longer. We will always have this. Anyways, I thought I'd give you all what's been going on in my life. That's what's been going on in my life. So, a slow, more relaxing video. And get this out there. And then I'll see what I can do with moto videos and all that good stuff. I don't know when I'll be riding. Because breathing is still a little bit of an issue. But, of course, on my helmet, I could just cough and whatever. It wouldn't be a big deal out and about in fresh air. So, we'll see. Weather's pretty bad right now. So, if the weather looks like it's going to change, then maybe I'll get out there and try to do a little ride. Even if I can only do it for 30 minutes. Okay, hey, that's good enough. Gotta push myself. Anyways, have a good one. Take care. Stay well, my friends. I hope you don't get this like I did. It is awful. Not gonna lie. So have a good one. Stay well, stay safe, my friends. Bye.